Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei has vowed to avenge the assassination of his father and predecessor, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. In a written message posted on his Telegram account, he said, "Avenging the slain leader was the nation's demand and would certainly take place." Mojtaba Khamenei also said the Islamic Revolution and his father's leadership were inspired by the principles and legacy of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. Turning to another story, video footage showing the grave of Iran's late supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been released, with flower petals covering the burial site. The images have been widely shared by Iranian media outlets and diplomatic missions. According to Iranian reports, millions of mourners attended funeral prayers and the procession before the body was taken from Tehran to Qom, then to the holy cities of Karbala and Najaf, before being laid to rest in Mashhad. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has arrived in Muscat leading a diplomatic delegation for talks with Omani officials focused on the administration of the Strait of Hormuz, regional developments, and bilateral relations. The visit follows recent consultations under the Memorandum of Understanding that ended the conflict, with both countries coordinating maritime cooperation and operational arrangements in the strategic waterway. Officials say several rounds of technical meetings have already taken place in Tehran and Muscat, with the shared objective of ensuring the safe passage of commercial vessels and strengthening regional maritime security. Meanwhile, Iran's chief negotiator and parliament speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf says ending wars should remain a global priority, but insists Iran's dispute with the United States will never be resolved through surrender. Speaking during talks with Indonesia's parliamentary speaker, Ghalibaf stressed that Iran has never stopped preparing for its defense and warned Tehran is fully ready should Washington withdraw from the current agreement. At the same time, U.S. President Donald Trump said Washington remains willing to continue negotiations with Iran, while making it clear that the previous ceasefire has ended and will not be restored. In another development, Iran has reopened a railway bridge in Golestan province less than 24 hours after it was damaged in a U.S. strike, restoring operations on the Gorgan-Inche-Borun railway line linking Iran with Turkmenistan and Central Asia. Provincial authorities described the swift restoration as a firm response to hostile actions. Iran has also lodged a formal complaint with the International Intergovernmental Organization for International Carriage by Rail, urging the organization to take action over attacks on the country's railway infrastructure. Back home, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and President Asif Ali Zardari have reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to responsible population planning on World Population Day. The Prime Minister said Pakistan's rapidly growing population presents significant challenges but also tremendous opportunities, calling for responsible parenthood, gender equality, and increased investment in the country's youth. President Zardari emphasized that empowering women, improving maternal and child health care, and expanding access to quality education and employment are essential for sustainable development and long-term national prosperity. Deputy Prime Minister Izzat Haq Dar has chaired a high-level meeting to review measures aimed at improving Pakistan's port connectivity. Officials briefed the meeting on the current capacity and performance of the country's ports. Haq Dar said Pakistan's strategic geographic location is a valuable national asset that must be fully utilized to maximize economic gains. The committee reviewed reforms designed to improve port efficiency, streamline operations, strengthen coordination among government agencies, and enhance trade and logistics in an effort to position Pakistan's ports as competitive regional trade gateways. Finally, the Pakistan Meteorological Department has issued a glacial lake outburst flood alert for Gilgit, Baltistan, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa ahead of a fresh westerly weather system expected next week. The department warns that above normal temperatures combined with moderate to heavy rainfall could accelerate glacier and snowmelt, increasing river levels and raising the risk of flash floods, landslides, and glacial lake outburst flood incidents. Residents and tourists have been advised to stay away from rivers, glacial lakes, and vulnerable mountainous areas, while disaster management authorities have been directed to remain on high alert. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today. I'm Chris Taylor.